Today I will take you to a place that you certainly know very well. Many of you have already visited this magical city. Knowing how touristy Venice is, I did not expect much from it. I thought that it was an overrated city. And I was very wrong. There are several ways to get from Venice Marco Polo Airport to the city center, including from Marco Polo Airport we took this bus to city center. One-way single ticket is 10 euros. We bought an open return ticket for 18 euros from the bus driver. From airport to Venice bus station is 13 kilometers and the journey takes about roughly between 16 to 18 minutes. We have arrived to our hotel. And this is our bathroom and room. Venice greeted us with beautiful weather today. In today's vlog I will tell you a little about Venice, why it was built on water, when it will probably disappear, why it's sinking, and many other interesting facts. Venice is the capital of the northern Italy's Veneto region. What do you think? What is the nickname for Venice? Venice, known also as the City of Canals, the Floating City and Serenissima, is arguably one of Italy's most picturesque cities. With its winding canals, striking architecture and beautiful bridges, Venice is a popular destination for travel. Do you know why they built Venice on water? In the 5th century, people fled their homes to avoid barbarian conquerors. A marshy lagoon was located just off the mainland and protected from the barbarians who would not cross the water. As invasions continued across Italy, more and more people fled until eventually they realized there was a need for a new city. City of Venice was built in the early 15th AD on a collection of 117 low islands at the center of a lagoon. A gondola ride is one of the best tourist activities in Venice that offers a unique perspective to explore the city from the water. Generally, tourists take a 40-minute gondola ride that starts at 8 euros. Initially, gondolas used to be colorful, but after a 16th century law, they were required to be painted black. Gondolas are handcrafted and may take months to make. They are usually made up of wood from oak, cherry and walnut. Do you know what this boat is? Life on water can be a challenge. This boat was a garbage truck, or rather a garbage boat. I will show you how garbage is being collected in Venice. Interesting, right? Today, Venice's economy is mainly based on tourism for the city itself, including attractions and souvenirs such as masks, leather, and glass. People who steer gondolas are called gondoliers. There are over 400 gondolas in Venice that are either owned individually or by companies. I think we all wonder, how do buildings in Venice not rot? The Venetians built their city on unstable ground by driving wooden stakes into the soft mud and building platforms on top. The wood was mostly oak and pine and was submerged in water to prevent rot. Venice's strategic location in the Adriatic Sea allowed it to become a powerful maritime republic that dominated trade routes between Europe and the East. Venice is a unique city built on 126 small islands connected by 472 bridges. It has no roads, only canals, with the Grand Canal being the largest. One of the reasons why they built Venice on the water was that the shallow waters and numerous islands made it difficult for enemy ships to navigate, giving the Venetians a strategic advantage. The lagoon also provided an abundant supply of fish and shellfish, which were a key source of food for the city's inhabitants. I have come across people asking, can I swim in Venice's canals? The answer is no. The most important rule is not to swim in the canals of Venice under any circumstances, as this is illegal and the police will fine you €350 or more. The Basilica of St. Mark is the most important religious temple in the city of Venice. It is located in St. Mark's Square, Piazza San Marco, and has always been the center of the public and religious life in the city. The Basilica is one of the most beautiful cathedrals in Europe and around the world, and the fruit of different styles. It is a testimony to the wealth and power of the serene Republic of Venice, as well as the reckless adventure of its inhabitants in the Mediterranean and merchants and conquerors. For decades, Venice and its surrounding lagoon have been at risk due to rising sea levels and extreme weather conditions that cause aqua alta and lagoon flooding that is slowly eroding the islands, building foundations and architecture. What year do you think will Venice be sunk by? It is difficult to predict an exact timeline for when Venice will be underwater, as the process of subsidence and sea level rise is gradual and affected by various factors. However, experts have suggested that if current trends continue, the city could be at risk of disappearing beneath the waves by as early as 2100. Venice is used to cohabiting with high water. It is good for tourists to know that when tides above 110 centimeters over the average sea level are forecast in the city, the population is warned by sirens. At the same time, routes on gangways are prepared in the city's main streets. Most of you have probably the same questions as me. Can Venice be saved from sinking? Due to its global nature, it can only be mitigated, as Venice has managed to do by constructing the moat barrier that protects the city from flooding by sealing the 4 main channels that connect the Venice lagoon to the Adriatic Sea. Venice is sinking because the tectonic plates under the city are settling. The floods are caused by a combination of factors including the city's geographic location, high tides, strong winds and storms. While it can happen at any time of the year, it's most common between October and March, especially in November and December. Year after year, more of the city falls below the sea level, and that is why it is called a sinking city. Over the years, more and more tourists began to visit Venice. In 2021, large cruise ships were banned from entering the center of Venice due to environmental damage on lagoon's ecosystem, suck-in settlement, cause air pollution, erode the city's foundations, and over-tourism. This question is for people who have already been to Venice. Is Venice overpriced? There is really nothing better than the perfume of freshly baked bread and croissants that come out from bakeries and pastry shops early in the morning. We bought a strawberry panna cotta. A panna cotta is an Italian dessert of sweetened cream thickened with gelatin and molded. Thank you for watching this vlog and see you soon.